Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fangel. I work for a Swedish company called Scania, but Scania is a global player when it comes to production of trucks, mainly for on-road applications, but we have a department called Scania Mining, where we're bringing the on-road solutions also into off-road or mining. We produce like 100,000 trucks a year, and we have in mining a rolling fleet about 13,000 vehicles running in different mining operations globally. Scania has a great tradition of working with lean in our own production facilities, and our philosophy is that we should bring that thinking into the mining operation. So, what are we measuring today? Mining, as steel production or production of trucks, is a process industry. And process industry is units per hour or ton per hour and cost per unit or cost per ton. That is basically what we try to measure, how to run the operations. But our experience is that measuring ton per hour and cost per ton is not easy, and especially not on a short visit to a mining site. So that's why we had developed what we call a lean methodology in a box, and it's this box. And what we do is that we go to mining sites, so instead of kicking tires on some big, nice yellow machines, we try to measure what is actually going on. So we use manual measurements using standard template, and you can call this Industry 1.0. But we also bring action cameras. I will give you an example later what it would look like, with a GPS inside, so we can map what is actually going on. And this is creating a great discussion or base for discussion with the customer. What do they actually need? What is their actually headache? What do they try to achieve? And we also use GPS trackers, so we can track any type of equipment. In every Scania, there is an onboard computer with a GPS inside, but sometimes we meet customers who's actually not running a Scania. So it's good to have also, let's say, a third-party solution so we can track whatever is going on. The mindset from Lean that we bring along is 3 questions that we'd like to ask, and that is, what is your process? How do you know it works? And what can you do to improve it? First question is, what is going on? What is the action? I mean, we focus a lot on hauling side because that's the equipment that we sell, but it's also include the excavation or the loading part, because if the loading is not working, then the hauling will not work properly. And the second question, is it good? Is it bad? Is it according to target? What kind of demands do you have on your process? And the third one, what can you do to improve it? That is to set the standard, to set the normal way of operation, and to make it better and using less resources, achieving the result that you ask for. We like simple KPIs because our experience from our own production is that if everyone is not involved, there will be no mindset for change. There will be no improvement. So you have to involve all your staff, all your operators, all your drivers to know what do we actually try to achieve. Big data, everyone talks about big data, but to analyze big data, that is not fast and it's not easy to be made. So to have the change management situation, it's good to use simple KPIs. So we try to measure takt time, which is basically the cycle time of the loading equipment or the time to produce one unit. And we measure cycle time of the truck to see what is the productivity of the truck. As an example, if an excavator is sending away 1 truck every 5 minutes, that will be the takt time of the excavator. It means that it's sending away 12 trucks per hour. If you load 40 metric tons on that truck, the productivity of the excavator will be 480 matrix tons. Same thing if the cycle time is 30 minutes, 40-ton payload, it means that one truck is producing 80 tons per hour. So we also think that visualization is very, very important. If not all people are involved or understand, the improvement part will not take place. So this is an example what it looks like when we're using the action cameras. This is speeded up 12 times faster than reality, which means that when we show it to the customer, even top management will stay awake for 3 or 4 minutes. If you're looking at the loading and hauling operation in real time, you will fall asleep. So we measure time. We have 2 cameras so we can overlook the loading. We will have the speed and also the elevation and also mapping so we know where we are. So for us, we think it's quite pedagogic. And it's a good base to discuss with the customer what do they actually want to achieve. Taking it one step further, we are measuring the productivity on the loading equipment and also on the total truck. So this is total productivity for the hauling fleet, and this is 3 excavators. And as you can see, there is a difference in the inclination on this curve. So it's easy to spot that the effort should be made on these 2 to check out why are these excavators not performing as good as this one? To detect waste, basically, if you talk lean. So what is this bringing us? It's fast, it's real time, and when I say real time, I mean real time. It's not yesterday's news, because you have to make the changes during the shift. So 5-10 minutes after something has happened in your process, you should be able to make changes. Adding a vehicle, spotting a puncture or a breakdown, so you know what is going on in your operation. So this will bring a situation where you actually are managing your operation using very simple KPIs instead of just observing and finding faults, but after it has happened. So that was it. Thank you very much for listening in.